Despite all the scuttlebutt surrounding a Switch Pro, Nintendo has opted to always keep perfectly silent. There have been rumors and leaks and discussions building for months, no, for years, and they really started to gain steam early in 2020, with some credible rumors even saying that this thing was nearing production. So we really thought a Switch Pro was in the cards for this calendar year. And so at an investor's call where Mr. Commander-in-Chief Furukawa had a chance to ring the gong of extreme excitement about an upgrade, he came out and said, nope. Furukawa said that they have no plans to release a new Switch SKU in 2020. No new models are planned for this year. And there goes the air out of that beautiful big balloon. I gotta give a kudos, a bravo to all of you who said don't pay attention to rumors, who said this is a bunch of mumbo jumbo garbage trash, there ain't no Switch Pro. Often Nintendo just doesn't do what we think they could or should do. They kind of play by their own rule book. Now, I have a video coming out tomorrow about what I really want out of a Switch Pro, because don't get me wrong, I think this thing still inevitably happens. If not this year, next year. At some point they will want to refresh the Switch, at some point they'll want to upgrade and try to match or at least come closer to their competitors. At some point they'll need to inject new life into this ecosystem. So I think a Switch Pro still happens. And if you'd like to be featured in tomorrow's video, definitely let me know what you want most out of a Switch Pro. What you would need Nintendo to include in order to get you to upgrade and pay for a more expensive Switch. Leave a thoughtful comment down below and you may be featured in tomorrow's video. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking right this second. Doesn't Nintendo love to blur, smudge, and mirage their plans for the future? Don't they love to say, it ain't happening, and then it happens? People have been calling back to last year when they said, no plans for Switch Lite at E3, it's not happening, no cheaper system. Well, it didn't happen in E3, but it happened shortly after. And back with the handhelds, they would say, no new system, don't worry. And then there's a famous one where a couple days later they announced a brand new iteration. So there is a itty-bitty chance that maybe Nintendo is just messing with your minds, but the difference here, for better or worse, is that this was a prepared statement. This was not in response to an unexpected investor question. This was a prepared statement by Nintendo, and even in their English release, it reads the same, that there are no plans for a new Switch in 2020. But they do have that real beautiful Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch, and it doesn't come bundled with the game, but they sure will get you to buy it because it's so awesome, and pastel Joy-Con are my new addiction. So I'm spending money with Nintendo either way. Good for them. Bad for me. You know, it kind of makes sense that the Switch Pro won't release this year if you think like Nintendo. If you think like the rest of the industry and what would be logical, then they would have wanted to have something to compete with PS5 and Series X. But you know, they're not going to compete with it regardless. They're not going to have tons of teraflops of power. They're not going to have cutting edge, bleeding edge, 8K, 120 frame per second games. That's just not where they're at. It's not what they want. So rather than add another pillar, they're going to focus on the two pillars they have. They say they're going to create more ways to make the Switch Lite appealing, and I assume that means by software, probably in the same way that they tried to last year by bringing over handheld franchises in the form of Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion, Link's Awakening. They brought those to Switch to show, hey, this is great for portable play. I expect them to double down on those efforts and focus on some experiences like Pokemon Sword and Shield, which push 16 million units, that are better on the go for a lot of players. Of course, they'll also deliver the excellent home console experiences. Who knows if we'll get Breath of the Wild 2 this year, but something major has to happen. And they did say that they have games they're working on that have not been announced. Thank God. I mean, that's no surprise, but getting a little nervous with no directs for so long, and Nintendo clearly happy to just cruise with Animal Crossing as their announced project. So it's a bummer for me personally because I love new hardware, but it's probably a sigh of relief for many of you. You don't have to worry about buying a new system. Your Switch will be the Switch going forward. All the games are fine. You know what you got to do. You don't have to buy a new piece of hardware. Maybe now this frees up money to go put towards a PS5 or Series X if you want to dabble in that side of the industry. I believe Nintendo. I don't think there's a Switch Pro this year, but I think there is a Switch Pro in the near future. It only makes sense. And Nintendo's playing a very long game with this generation. They're playing a smart game, And the way things are shaping up, the way things are going, it's only a matter of time before they are ready to iterate once again. So come back tomorrow for my list of what I need Nintendo to do, whether it's 2020 or 2021, with a Switch Pro to get me to upgrade, to get me to turn over my hard-earned money. And if you want to be included, let me know what you want most out of a Switch Pro in the comments down below and see if you're featured tomorrow. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. That's the word from Big Boss himself. Furukawa hits the gong and says, rumors, be gone. So for now, they gone. Until next time, we're gone too. Thanks so much for watching. Switch Force, out.